We're still waiting to hear the details of what is exactly going on and how well this offensive is going so far. What we do know is that this is going to be happening on several levels. On the one hand, you're going to be seeing Marines and also British forces use helicopters to assault into Marja and trying to create a foothold in that area. Of course, we do know that it is the middle of the night here in Afghanistan, so they are going to be using the cover of darkness, if you will, to go in there and establish the first foothold. Now, on the other hand, also, they're going to be going in on foot on the ground as well, using very heavy vehicles to breach those improvised explosive devices. That's one of the things that Kimberly was just saying, is that because this offensive was advertised by the U.S. military for such a long time to give civilians the chance to prepare for it. Of course, the Taliban have prepared for this offensive as well, and what we've been hearing in the past couple of days from refugees who have been fleeing the area is that the area around Marja and in Marja has been rigged by a lot of improvised explosive devices, which of course is very, very dangerous to those troops moving into that area. So certainly that is one thing that they are going to have to be dealing with. They're going to have to move very carefully, but at the same time very swiftly, to try and establish a foothold very quickly in that area and take it out of Taliban control. Now, the side of the Taliban, of course, it's going to be very interesting to see what they plan on doing as this offensive progresses. In the past, they've been very elusive. They've not picked battles with NATO forces here in Afghanistan, and instead have resorted to hit and run tactics, and certainly that is something that in the past they said they want to resort to in this case as well. Right now, we're still at a stage where we're trying to find out how this offensive is unfolding, how well things are going for the coalition forces there on the ground. But certainly it's going to be, the Marines believe, a very, very tough battle, but one which they hope to decisively decide for themselves very quickly, Relitza.
And Fred, you were mentioning that there were leaflets dropped. Why are they telling people to stay put there, given how dangerous the situation is? The Taliban has dug in.
Well, what they want to do is they want those people to stay there, because what they want to do is they want new governance to move in as fast as possible. And obviously, if you have a mass exodus out of that area, it's very hard to establish governance in that area once the fighting is done. One of the main things about this offensive is they want to get the operations going as fast as possible. They want to, if you will, win this battle as fast as possible, and then get the Afghan government and government institutions into the area as fast as possible. At the end of the day, what NATO forces have been telling us again and again, it's about this. They want to show the civilians in that area that the Afghan government is a better alternative for them than the Taliban. And they can only do that, of course, if the people have not fled that area. And that's one of the reasons they've been telling the citizens of Marja to stay inside after dark, but not to leave the area as well. They've been telling them that this operation is for their own good, but that it is safer for them to stay, and that they will build new institutions, if you will, once this offensive is over.